Hi. Hello. Can you hear me, guys? How's it going? Anyone here? How's it going, guys, in the chat? Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Having a bit of trouble. Hey, Crow. Having a bit of trouble connecting the new mic. Awesome. Carlitos. Great, great. Great to have you here, guys. Hey, Manuel. All right. So this is where we're at. Not where we left last time, but I had to work on this off stream, otherwise I wouldn't be able to finish. There's still a lot to do, but we're getting there. All right, let me grab a couple of references. Whoops. What have you guys been up to? Thank you, Crow. Practicing ZBrush. What are you sculpting now? That's what you gotta do. Practice a lot. Why getting frustrated? I know it's a lot of programs, but that's just the way it's just the way it is. But I know it's kind of frustrating to jump around. One thing I like about Blender, not that I use it a lot, but I like that you can do everything in there without having, well, almost everything, and you don't have to go to any other programs to do everything you need. I heard and saw a couple of screenshots of the new revamped UI, which actually looks pretty good, so hopefully more people will pick it up. That'd be cool. It's been some time though since I've used Blender. 2.8? No, I don't think so. It's like 4.8, I think. Am I totally confused? Yeah, I think it's 2.8, sorry. Not this one, not this one. Well, I saw a Facebook post, so it's gonna be hard for me to find. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, it's 2.8. Yeah, you're totally right. You're totally right. Looks pretty cool. Not that it looked bad before something, but I mean, I like Blender. I would use Blender even with the old UI. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't use it a lot just because most people just work with Maya and Max, but it's a pretty cool tool. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the totem today, because I need to get that ready to test print like today or tomorrow. Cannot wait more. Otherwise I won't be able to finish the last miniature of the month. Let's see, what else can we grab here? I know, there's just... It's crazy how expensive it gets. Luckily you have now the Maya subscription, which you didn't a couple of years ago. That was not cheap. I don't know, man. I'm in ZBrush interface. The first time I used ZBrush, I wanted to kill myself. In my opinion, ZBrush UI is not very welcoming. So for new users, I don't know. It's weird that Blender uses so many hotkeys, and especially for new users, but I don't know if ZBrush is any better. Let me just lower the music. Where is it? I cannot lower it down anymore. Let's do that. You find UI Blender, Blender UI hard. Well, I mean, aren't they all hard? Like, how many buttons are there in Maya as well? So they're all hard in my opinion. Maybe it's because I already knew Maya when I learned Blender, so that probably made it easier. Do you still use Mudbox? Haven't heard of that in a couple of years. Not right now. I mean, who said doing digital art was easy, right? Yeah, like I just stopped hearing about Mudbox. It was kind of a big deal a couple of years ago. But I don't know, ZBrush just won the market, I guess. Yeah, I mean, ZBrush is great. Wouldn't I wouldn't even try to look for something else. Although I was talking about this last stream. There's a new tool on the iPad which is called Forger 3D or 3D Forger, something like that. Pretty cool. Works pretty well actually. Give me a sec here. So there's this is just my blocking. There's still a lot of things I want to clean up, most of it actually, but the hard part should be over because it's just cleaning it up right now. Also, ZBrush is getting pretty good at hard surface. All the tools they're creating and making better. Like, where do people find time to learn all of them? I'm still getting or starting to learn the live boolean thing and sculptris, and seeing what other people are coming up with. It's just, where do you find the time to learn all this, man? Just a ton of stuff. Gotta be learning all the time. Yes, non-stop learning. So if there's actually, well, yeah, if there's any patrons here or anyone else who has any suggestion for next month's miniatures, feel free to drop that in the chat, because we're almost done with December, with all the minis for December. So we're kind of planning January's miniatures. So for those of you who aren't patrons, we made, actually you can go to our Patreon page and check out all the ones we've made this month, which is the Stalker, the Tavern, these totems. What else? Oh no, these totems are for December. What am I missing? The Stalker, oh, the Cook. Anyway, there's like 7 of them, I think, and we'll be releasing December miniatures in like a week, which are the Evil Mistress, Goblins, Totems, Druids. What am I missing? The Totems, of course. I think I just said that. And a couple of surprise miniatures, and I think that's it. And for we got pretty cool lore that another modeler in here wrote for the druids, so we might release a new druid for January as well. But other than that druid, we don't have like anything else on the plans. I know, like, people who make tutorials as soon as I mean, I get it that they are in beta programs and all of that, but they're just so committed to learning all the new tools. It's amazing. I'm broadcasting for from Mexico, Cancun, Mexico. What's up, Jacob? How's it going? I'm in Cancun, Mexico. Where are you guys? Where are you from? I know some of you are from California. I believe Crow is in Toronto or Montreal. Is that right? Toronto, yeah. You see, my memory is not that bad sometimes. You're in Montreal too? Oh, Toronto. Okay. No, I'm not from Spain. Ciudad de México. Bienvenido. Welcome. What part of Mexico City? I used to live there. I'm working on the totems. Working on the totems. Still, they need a little bit more work, of course, but that was not the bull. Thank you. Really happy you're liking it. I wanted to test print, but there's been a lot of stuff going on with our printer. It's been clogging like very frequently, and it's just a pain. Like every time it clogs, and even if it doesn't clog, like every day I'm thinking of getting the photon. Just so desperate. I just want it now. No, I'm not Spanish, and I'm Mexican. But my my father was Spanish. Yeah. No, Calpan. Me too. I used to live there. But I get it. Don't worry. Don't worry. So this week we worked on the missing, well, not the missing, but the all the miniatures that we hadn't finished, and I'm excited about this. I'm excited about showing you all the new miniatures. They turned out pretty good. We're just missing these totems and the evil mistress, which is already on the works, but everything else is already done, printed, and looking great. So yeah, can't wait. Thinking on what I told you before today, releasing every 2 weeks instead of each month, like test printing and correcting all the details, making it pretty easy. It doesn't take a lot of time. Like what does take time is the sculpt, and we're doing that anyway, so it just feels kind of weird to sculpt something on the first week of the month and then waiting three weeks just to show it to you. And like, I don't know, it feels weird to me. Trying to make these lines super straight. Sometimes I just get caught up with this kind of details, which makes the process super slow, but I need to do it, otherwise I don't feel good about it. This looks super bad. Let me correct it. There you go. Still working with my old interface. I forgot to grab the new one from my other computer, so I'm stuck again with this old layout I used to work with. Makes it very confusing, so I can't remember sometimes where the buttons are. It's better than the default one though. By the way, I've been playing Pokemon all the week like crazy. Just, I don't know if it's good, but it definitely feels familiar, I guess. Like the nostalgia is, yeah, I believe it's nostalgic, because I think it's not like, I mean, it's the same game, right, from 20 years ago, but it's got me hooked. Is anyone else on that train? I just feel like I need to finish it so that I can just leave it and stop playing it. If I don't finish that damn game, I'm gonna keep playing for months straight. Anyone else playing it? Am I the only Pokemon fan here? Alright, so I'm having a lot of trouble here, and I believe it's because of the topology. It's running very weirdly here, so I'm gonna just zero mesh the thing, and that's gonna be it. Even, yeah, I'm gonna lose a little bit of detail, but not a big deal. 5 games. Which ones? Let me guess. Red Dead Redemption, Pokemon, Spider-Man, Battlefield 5 probably, but I don't know. And I'm running out of ideas. What else could it be? It's either Battlefield 5 or Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty. And I don't know. I give up. You're crazy to have the Switch just for that game? Man, yeah. That's the right move. And we're having Super Smash Bros. In a couple of days or weeks. No, I think it stays like 10 days, right? That's not good for my productivity. The fact that I can take my Switch to work and just have it near my computer, that's not good. There you go. This is much easier. It was looking like very lumpy, I guess, like dirty. So zero measure almost always does the trick, for me at least. Your wife's looking forward to Pokemon. Which one did you buy? Eevee or Pikachu? Or both? How many subdivision levels? I don't really know. Let's see, for this part, the upper part, I don't have any. For these wings I have 2, but I'll probably zero mesh because it's looking the topology is bad. Most of the times for the blockout I just start with a sphere or with a cube, and I'll end up with topologies like this, which don't really work if you want very clean and sharp edges and yeah, a clean sculpt in general. So I'll probably just zero mesh, and after that just 1 or 2 subdivisions should be enough. For this part on the wolf, which is the one that I've been working the most of them all, I have 5 subdivisions, which is how many points? 4 million active points. Yeah, it's 4 million, which could probably be 1 million. I don't know if I need that many. 5, yeah. And this is still really blocking stage, so I just don't really care much about the subdivision levels. It's really it really depends on how many polygons your base mesh has, or the first subdivision has. So in some cases subdivision 2 might be as high as subdivision 8. Well, maybe not drastically, but subdivision 3 could be the same as subdivision 5 in some other cases. So I don't really put attention to that. I just put attention to the number of active points and just work with whatever works good for me, which most of the time is less polygons, just give me more control. Just something like this is where I feel most comfortable with. And then I'll just subdivide to make it look smooth and maybe add a little bit of surface details, but 90% of the sculpt I'll be doing it on this level of or size of faces, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there's a difference. Like there's some Pokemons that are just available on each version, so if you want to have them all and complete the Pokédex, you gotta have both and just trade from one to the other one. Like the difference, let me see here. So let's see, the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu exclusive are Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Growlithe, Arcanine, Grimer, Mach, Slider, Mankey, and Primeape. And Eevee's got Bellsprout, Whipping Bell, Victreebel, Vulpix, Ninetales, Meowth, Persian, Coughing, Wheezing, Ekans, Arbok, and Pinsir. So, not a big difference. Like, you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just 6 Pokemon, and then you can evolve them. So you can just trade with someone else, and you'll be good. So no, I don't think you messed up. It could be the Pokemon rap. Could be. Oh man, good times. The Pokemon rap. It's been ages since I haven't heard Pokemon rap. And I kind of don't want to hear it again, because in my mind it was pretty good, and I'll probably just hear it and it's not gonna be as good as I remember, so just leave it like that in my mind. You got Eevee? Well, I got Pikachu, so if you want to trade, just let me know. Like most Pokemon, it's just 151 or 150, whatever, Pokemon, so it's not hard to get them all, in my opinion. It shouldn't be hard, or at least shouldn't be as hard as new generations, which I don't even know the names of the new Pokemons. They're kind of fun. Like, I've been still playing Pokemon throughout the years. When they come out, sometimes I just pick them up and play them for a bit. And there's just some really weird ass Pokemon. There's one that looks like a bag with trash. There's another one that looks like an ice cream. There's one I really like. It's called Klefki, which is just keys. Check this out. Like, what's going on with them? Did they run out of ideas, or like, what is this? It's just so goofy. Garbodor is a trash bag Pokemon. It's awful. I hate that one. It's just so bad. Like, Pokemon used to be cute and cool. Well, not always, because Tauros is just pretty meh. But trash bag, like, I don't know. Like, does that appeal to younger audiences? I try to see the I think it's Black and White series when they put it on Netflix, but I just watched like a couple of episodes and never touched it again. I don't think it's as good as it was before. Or maybe I'm just a grown-up man and shouldn't be watching cartoons. Now I'm kind of intrigued. What's this? On what the worst Pokemon is. Let's see. Alright, yeah, this one's pretty bad. Spoink. This one I kind of like it. This one's awful. This one's pretty cool. Candle Pokemon. How is this a Pokemon? Well, you got Voltrop, right? What? Unknown shouldn't be on this list. Unknown's pretty cool. The mushroom Pokemon. Nicki Minaj. Ice cream Pokemon. Klefki, there you go. Oh, and trash bag. Well, yeah, but Geodude. I get it. Like, yeah, this is kind of lazy design, but it's still cool. How often do I live stream? This is the second time this week. I want to do it. If it was easier for me to live stream, I would do it every day. But I just have other responsibilities for now. I'm planning on making that work. So some weeks I'll just be able to stream once, which is gonna be on Saturdays, like today, same time. But if I find time during the week, I'll let you know one day in advance or a couple of hours in advance. Like last time, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday. Had a good time. And eventually I'll be live streaming more and more. So yeah, Saturdays and probably something like Tuesday could be good. I don't know, it's something I have to figure out. Well, Manuel, Gen 1, 2, and 3, I don't even remember Gen 4, but it's not that the designs make sense, because Rex also has a point. They had a rock with arms. So it's not great design, and it doesn't make total sense, but I mean, that's what I was talking about earlier. The nostalgia on this game it's huge, and I think they're trying to appeal to new audiences, and that's why they're removing some of the core mechanics from the game. But I also know, like, most of my friends from childhood and my cousins and everyone, they're getting the game just because of nostalgia, right? So that's probably why you think those designs may make sense, but they probably don't. Like, what is this? Really? It's a Pokeball with eyes. If you think about it, it doesn't make sense. But it's cool. Because of nostalgia. That's my opinion. Although I'm not still not 100% sure I'm happy with them removing the wild battles. Like, to me, that's the grindy core of the game. But they usually make weird decisions, and I believe that's one of them. Weird from my point of view, right? Because they have the numbers, and I bet they do it for a reason. Speaking about video games, do you guys play the Red Dead Redemption 2? I was so hyped about it, and now I don't know how I feel about it after playing almost halfway through. I know everyone's saying it's just amazing, but for me, it's not that good. I mean, it's good, just not that good. I guess I'm playing it just because I have to, and I've been waiting for it for a long time, but I've been kind of bored a couple of times with it. Have you gotten that feel about that game? I feel like it could be a 20-hour game, solid game, but it's a 50-hour game where half of the time you're just riding on the horse, just getting from place A or from point A to point B. That I didn't like. Also feels kind of heavier and clunky to me. I don't know if that's just me or... Like, Breath of the Wild for me is a way better game than Red Dead Redemption. Way better. Alright, so I think this is looking better than before, more clean, so we can subdivide it now. And just keep cleaning all these creases and shapes. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this part just like it is right now. Let's go, or let's clean this up just really quick, and then we'll go work with the lower part of the totem. MAH? What are those? Not right now. Right now I'm just using orbs brushes, and I used some fur brushes. I don't know if those are the ones you're talking about. I don't have them in this computer. I have them on my work computer. Let me just Google that up. It's just like oh, this one's oh, polish edger, custom polish brush. No, I've never used this. Do you have a link? I do want to check this out. Looks pretty cool. I thank you. Thank you for those brushes. I kind of try not to use as much as possible external brushes and tools. I know I'm just hopping around computers all the time, and I'm just lazy, so sometimes, like right now, I forget to load all my brushes on some computer, and I've just gotten used to working with the same ones over and over, just because of that. Straighten this up. By the way, Crow, how's work going? How's that RPG you're working on going? How do you guys feel about Diablo Immortal? Does that makes you feel good? It's a good time for action RPGs, right? Well, not for Diablo, but I'm kind of excited for that Diablo game, though. I know people are saying they don't like it and it's not what they were all expecting, but I don't know, looks kind of cool. Even if it's just a reskin or whatever from the other game. Yeah, well, I mean, China's market is just huge, so financially it makes sense for them. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot. Just I don't know. Got lost in this. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about because it's. I know sometimes time just flies by when sculpting. And I want this angle to be at least 45 degrees. Just for it to print easy. Otherwise it's gonna have to generate support and I really don't want that. Prefer avoiding supports. I just don't like them. I know that slicers have gotten pretty good and all of that, but I just don't like supports. Alright, I'm gonna leave this one just as it is for now and continue with this one, which needs a ton of work. I'm not really even sure about the design yet. Yeah, you're right. Haven't heard it either. Like, but what could make you think that they're not gonna have a lot of microtransactions? Like, wouldn't make sense, right? I'm not a big mobile gamer, but I will check it out and I know, we'll see. But I know most people won't even touch it just because of all the stuff that's been happening and all the bad press it's getting. Well, yeah, we can hope for that. Speaking of cool games, I just stumbled upon a game called Spellcasters or Spellbinders or something like that. Spellcaster. Not a big battle royale fan here, but it's not called Spellcaster. Spellcasters. What am I even using this browser? This one. Spellbreak. Battlecaster. Spellcaster. I'm totally lost. Spellbreak. Spellbreak. This looks pretty good. Looks kind of Breath of the Wildy, I guess. Signed up for their beta. I think their closed program is. You can pay to get it instantly, but it's kind of expensive. It's $99, so I think I'll just wait. But it looks pretty cool. You should check it out. Looks very fun. That's a battle royale I would actually play. Magician battle royale. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Looks super fun. Yeah, I can't wait. Although I think there's gonna be some wait before we can see anything. I don't think it's really ready to play to be played right now. Yep. Looks very cool. Although I'm trying not to play on the computer anymore, it just sucks me up. I grabbed Overwatch for a couple of weeks and I played like 150 hours. It just sucks me up. Competitive or not competitive, but online games on the computer just suck me up. I'd rather play on my PlayStation a couple of Battlefield matches and that's it, rather than have Overwatch suck me up again. Nintendo Battle Royale? Oh. Yeah, of course, we're all waiting for that. Although I get bored of that game pretty quickly because I'm super bad. I just suck at it. It's not even form for me. It's like get on yeah, I get destroyed online, so and it's not even close matches, so I'll grab it, play it, probably the campaign, maybe play with some friends, and then I'll just move on with my life. So it looks like I'm not gonna finish this up today. Or this not on stream, so I gotta go like half an hour. Just a couple more minutes. But we're not that far away. Like, I think it's just like 4 or 5 more hours should be enough to finish this up. This is ready to test print, so I'm gonna see if the printer's done by now and just put this to print overnight. I'll share some pictures with you guys tomorrow on the Patreon, on the Discord. You posted? No, I didn't get it. Let me see. Not here. Oh, or did you post it on? Oh, that's naming conventions. Sorry. You posted in here? Thank you, thank you. I'll try those out during the week and probably have them up for next stream. By the way, any ideas on the next month's miniatures? Anyone? I heard, or not heard, but I read some of the. I don't know how many were they, but maybe 2 or 3 patrons were talking about this kids PDFs and Kid Heroes. Is it called Kid Heroes? Kids Heroes? So we're probably doing kids for kid, like probably a kid magician or a kid wizard. Like what are the most common classes? Probably like a crusader or some kind of tank. 2 or 3 kids should be good for January, but that's all the ideas we have, and the druid of course. But if you have any ideas, just let me know. We can put them on the poll. Cause right now we have nothing for the poll, for January's poll. I know it's kind of early, but doesn't matter. Thank you. I'll just post this on the cast and play Discord as well. Let me check it out. I'll just do it later. Just got a couple of minutes left and I want to finish this as much as I can. Oh, really? They used that. Awesome. Did like, how come I've never heard of them? Are they? Well, they cannot be that new, right? I'll check them out tomorrow, or maybe later tonight. And thanks for posting that. Again, I want a 45-degree angle here, just for it to print easily, not to have any supports. So sometimes you have to compromise a little bit of design just to have this print in one piece or without any supports, because I would rather have something like this, like more angled, but it is what it is. No, it's not just for patrons. You can go to our Patreon page and you'll find the link and you can join. Obviously you won't have the patron badge, but you'll have access to all of it, except for the patron only chat, but that's just for announcements and polls and like everything related to Patreon, like all the perks patrons get. But if you want to be there and just hang out and chat on the general chat, feel free to do that. You're welcome. More than welcome. Just want to make this part look good. Make it straight. Just like that. Let me know if you find the link, Carlitos. If you don't, I'll look it up for you. But it should be there on our Patreon page, on the main page. By the way, have you guys seen the new Ralph movie? Saw that yesterday. Oh, awesome, awesome. They both joined? Oh, cool. Let me just welcome you. Just like we do with all new members. Yeah, so the new Ralph movie. It's got a... Well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's got a... Never mind, I'm not gonna talk about it or I'll spoil it for you, so... Never mind, forget that I said that. Yeah, it has Fortnite, but for like 3 seconds. Looks beautiful though. The models, the rendering's amazing. But I guess that's not something that should... I mean, it's impressive, but it's just so common, you know, those movies, high budget movies, that it has to be there, right? The nice looking graphics. 'Cause it does look pretty good. So guys, again, any ideas for next month's miniatures? Anything on your mind? I do not collect amiibos. I would love to, but no. I've never been such a big fan of I mean, I'm a fan of Nintendo, but not to that point. I'd rather buy games than amiibos, but I do like them. I just don't... The way I see it is, if I'm gonna buy one, I'll need them all. So if I'm gonna buy the Smash Bros amiibos, I'm gonna end up buying all of them, and that's something I don't want to do. So I'd rather stay away and not have any of them than buying one, because I know myself, and if I buy one month later I'll buy another one, and then 1 week later I'll buy 5, and then like 3 days later I'll go crazy with it. So I prefer just stay away from them. Do you collect them? Like, do they really make a difference in the game? I know that you can train them and all that stuff, but am I missing out of something if I don't have it? Oh no, it's not cheap. Not cheap at all. Also, are they releasing new amiibos for the new Smash? I bet they are. Like, not some amiibos, but are they revamping all of the characters, or can you buy the old ones and use them for the new game? Gotcha. They say we'll reprint the ones from Smash 4. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Just never pulled the trigger on that. Been thinking of it, but no. Because they are cool. Especially the ones that came out with the last Zelda game. I really wanted those, and now I kind of regret because they were so cheap. They were like $15 each, and now they're like 50. So could have sold them maybe, or maybe just keep them and know that I made a good purchase, but I'm not buying them at that price. Oh. This part looks a little bit dirty, so I gotta be careful with it. Most of these details won't translate to the print, but nonetheless, if someone decides they want to print this at a bigger size, it would matter. So just gonna try and make it as clean as possible. Really? I do like them all. I mean that one's cool. No, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking. Yeah, sorry. I should have clarified. I was talking about the 4 heroes. Those are the ones that were limited edition. I believe the Link, the Guardian. What else? The Bokoblin. You can get all of those, but let me show you which ones. Where are they? These 4. Like these 4 were limited edition, and let's go to Amazon. And maybe I'm wrong, but last time I saw them, well, the Guardian's $48. That's not cheap. Yeah, the champions, those ones, not heroes, the champions. I mean, they didn't went up like crazy, but they did went up. Like they're not even in here because they're not selling them anymore. Let's look eBay. This is Mexican pesos, but I can tell you how much dollars it is. Like this is like $160. Yeah, 167. For 4 of them. Would have thought they were more expensive. Yeah, they're like 308. No, like for 420 each. 420. Anyway, I did one of those because I loved that game. It's one of my favorites of all time, along with The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us 1. Just waiting for. I'm waiting, and just want so bad the new Last of Us that just thinking about it. Just such a great game. Yeah, I mean they are more expensive than what they were, but it's just because they're not making them anymore. But they are cool. A friend of mine actually he's got a bunch of them, so I used to go to his office just to claim my Breath of the Wild prices with his amiibos. But now that I'm living in Cancun, I cannot do that anymore, so. Still not happy with this. Looking not as clean as I would want it to. Probably with the brushes that Cross sent us, it'll make a difference, but it just takes time to clean this up by hand. Oh, I'm super bad with names. Let's look at a map. Is that one the volcano? Because that's probably my favorite one. There you go. Also plateau is plateau. How do you spell that? Plateau. That's pretty cool. I really like that area. Keep coming back over and over, even after the first shrines. I really like the shrine in here on the island. That place is pretty cool. It's not about the places, but it's more about the experiences I had. So around this area, it's the first time I saw a dragon on the icy mountains. So that's probably one of my favorites as well. What else? Of course, the castle is pretty cool. Like being around the castle killing guardians, that's awesome. I know, it's just such a great game. Oh yeah, Hatenos the village. Yeah, that's a cool place to be, but there's not much to do there, at least that I found. As I said, it's more about the experience I had on certain places, more than the place itself. But I did get all the upgrades on the house. I believe I had that, because I was bowling like crazy just to get money for that. I usually don't put more than 40 hours to a game because I just get either bored or something else comes out. Since I don't have a ton of time to play, I try to finish games as, like, not rush through them, but like 20 hours of playtime per game. That's good enough for me. Mostly because at that point something else just coming out and just have my attention drawn to that. And this is the game that I've probably spent the most time on in my entire life. It's probably like 120 hours, I guess. I know it's not, well, it's not the game I've played the most, but it's the single player game I've played the most, for sure. Because I've played more Hearthstone and Overwatch, for sure. But for me, in my opinion, it's a different beast. But I've seen people put like 400, 500 hours to Breath of the Wild, which is crazy. $400 wow, that's a lot. I know it's portable and all of that, but I'd rather play on the TV. I like to sit on the couch and play. Although Pokemon I've been playing on handheld just because the throwing Pokeballs thing is not working very well. Wow, in master mode. That's crazy. I wouldn't even think about touching master mode. I know I won't be able to finish that. Something else is gonna come up with, come across, and I won't be able to finish it. $400, wow. I did see a video of someone traveling all around the map snowboarding on a shield, which was pretty cool. I would like to try that. Alright, so this is looking much nicer, much cleaner. It's taking some time, but we're getting there. That's what happens when you start with just a sphere. Try to do surfaces or make surfaces that look or hard surface in general. I'd rather say that. I don't think I even finished Champions Ballot. I'm almost done with it. Or did I? No, I think I'm almost done with it, but I haven't finished that. So many things to play, man. So many other things coming out all the time. What do you think? Should this guy have a little kind of ring on the nose? No, I don't retop. What I do is actually we can go through the process in a couple of minutes, and I'll get this ready for printing and print overnight. Just give me like 5 more minutes and we'll do that, and then I'll have to go. But what do you guys think? Ring on the nose or no ring? What style? I'm looking for something kind of stylized, not as cute, but like not super detailed. Like this one in the middle, the wolf, is kind of a good example of the level of detail I'm gonna, or I'm aiming for all of them. All right, let's add that thing. Alright, no, let's go back. How can I make this? Do you guys know if there's any way to make the radius bigger on this? Or do I have to go to Maya? Oh, this is just resolution, right? Alright, let's get rid of this one. Let's open Maya. Whoops. What did I export? Oh. So I have to put it somewhere like that just because of the printing process. If I would rather put something like this, but it's not gonna print without a support, and that's not something I want. So gotta look for a 45-degree angle, something like that, so that it can get up to this point and then just keep printing without it having a support. Something like that. Let's subdivide it. Alright, so let's finish off the stream with the printing setup. This is kind of dirty still. Looks bumpy, but I'll finish it later. Alright, so I'm gonna print this all just one piece. It probably won't, especially these parts, the hair, but it's just gonna be a test print, so it doesn't really matter. So what I would try to do is just touch parts that are beneath it just a little bit, just like that, so that it can print easier. For example, this part here, it's gonna have a hard time printing that. So let's just try to find or to make a 45-degree angle as well, so that it kind of prints better. And maybe if I can make this little tip touch this other part of the geometry, that would be great. So like something like that, and then just give it form. This would help a lot. This one, we could do the same for this one as well. Otherwise, it's gonna drop some filament and look weird. This one's gonna be trickier, so just get more volume in here. The thing is, with this one, it's that it's very far away from everything else. So, something that like this might work, just closer. And since this test print's gonna be pretty small, like probably 30 millimeters, or no, never mind. It's gonna be 30, 30, 60. It's gonna be like 7 centimeters tall. That's like 2.2 inches, I guess. Oh, 2.7. So it's gonna be super small, so I'm not worrying a lot. Let's get this out. But it's something that I would worry about if this was my final sculpt, so just have that in mind. So let's subdivide everything. Subdivide this. It's not finished, but subdivide it. Subdivide this part. And I think that's it. And now what I would do is, oh, let's save. We haven't saved even once. So irresponsible. So irresponsible for me. Alright, so what I would do is just merge it all. Let's merge visible. And then grab that merged thing here. It's all merged. Oh. Whoops. Which one is it? Is it this one? I think it is. Let's just subdivide the tail. Oh no, this is the merged one. No, not that one. This one. Now let's merge again. Merge visible. Grab this. It's all merged. Now we gotta hollow it and not hollow it, but make it all just one part. So I'm gonna Shift F and let's auto group the thing. Oh, sorry, group visible, so that it's all the same poly group. Now I'm gonna Dynamesh, and this is kind of tricky because there's a lot of polygons, and well, no, it's not a lot of polygons at this point, but with the final sculpt, it's gonna be a lot of polygons, probably like 20 million. So, well, 20 million points. So it's gonna take a little bit, and sometimes, let me do it on purpose. Sometimes you get weird results, like. Alright, so it's doing perfectly this one time. Well, sometimes it just explodes, so you gotta play with this resolution value until you get it working just right. If you have holes on the model, you gotta close them with this button here. You go to geometry, where is it? Modify topology and close holes. See if that works. If it doesn't work, you can just do it by hand and then just Dynamesh and it will close itself. So now that it's all Dynameshed, it's 5 million polys, so that's a lot. Let me just bring that down. Control Z. Dynamesh, let's put this 128. No, that's too little. 400 should be good. Yeah, that's good. Now it's all one piece. And for the final models, I'm not intending this to be just one piece. I can put up a version of this with 3 of them on top of each other, but I also want to give them separate pieces so that you can print them separately. But for now, let's just do it this way. So now I can turn off Dynamesh, and this is too heavy. It's 5 million, so the slicer wouldn't be able to handle this. So let's just decimate the thing. Decimation master. Let's pre-process. How long does it take to print? You want to paint it? You want to paint it in 3D, or you want to paint the miniature? Because if you want to paint the miniature, we can arrange something. And how long does it take to print? It depends. At full quality, 7 centimeters tall, I'd say like a couple of hours, maybe 5 or 6 hours, just because I like to print slow so that the plastic gets cool before the nozzle comes back again to the same point. It doesn't mess the print with a heated nozzle. So I like to print pretty slow. If it's a test print, probably like an hour, because it prints faster. It prints thicker layers. The miniature. Do you have any way to get this printed? I can send it to you, or I could print it and send it to you, but that's gonna take a little bit. Well, it could be sent quickly, but that's gonna cost a lot of money. So now that it's pre-processed, let's decimate, and something around 200 should be enough. Let's lower this to 5 or 4. 100,000. That's good. This is good enough. Of course, you won't be able to see all of these faces on the print, so this is just good. Just trying to see, like, there's no holes in here, or is there? No, it's not. So actually that's it. Let me close this. That's everything you need to do to the print. After that, you need to go to the 3D print hub in here and just update the size ratios. And right now it's 5 millimeters by 8 by 4, so I want to make that bigger 5 times. So I want it to be 30, so let's scale it. You don't have to be super precise in here, because you can also scale it on the slicer. I tend to be super precise just because I'm giving this all to you, and they all need to match the 28 millimeter base that it's used for dungeons. So, but it's not a must, right? So this is 23, just a tad more. 26, just a little bit more. 27, that's good. And now I still gotta do something with the back of the ball. And now let's just export the STL. Export STL from here. Let's put this totems test print. And I don't know if I don't have my slicer here. I have Cura. On my notes. Alright, so let's... Where is it? Here. This is the STL we had just exported. Oh, this is a pain to use with the Wacom, so let me get rid of this. I'm not gonna be using it anymore. Oh, you have a printer? Yeah, sure, I can send it to you. Actually, let me grab a couple of miniatures and show them to you for all of you who have not seen them. Give me a second. Okay, so I've given away most of them just because I test print a lot, like a lot. So just have a couple here, but whoops, let me just make this right. What printer do you have, Crow? And that would be it. Then, like, whatever settings you use, that's on you. But this should be ready to print. There's a little bit of an error here, but not a big deal. Just a matter of moving that, making it intersect the lower totem, and then just redoing the Dynamesh, and that's it. So yeah, that's the whole process. Let's close this and open this just because the other thing hurts my eyes and this looks cooler. All right, so actually let's open OBS and all right, so let me show you. This is the worm. These are printed on PLA and primed with a red primer, which is not the best. I'm not using that anymore, but this is one of the very first pieces we did for custom play. It's a worm and it's pretty tiny. I don't have a bigger one here, but it used to have, well, it should have, oh, this is an older piece, but the final one actually has our logo in here, so it's pretty cool. When you print it, you'll get the logo on this rock, so that one looks pretty cool. You got the monoprice? Oh, that's the same one I have. Ooh, if you have access to a farm, please send us a picture of your prints. That would be awesome. Would love to get one, but it's just too expensive for me right now. Yes, 3D printing made every hobby better. That's totally right. So that's the worm. These are some parts of the tavern which are also primed with that red primer. Some of them have glossy finish. Just don't mind that. Was trying some stuff. So these are the walls for the tavern. Let me grab the camera. And you'll put this like that, and then this, and then you can, of course, there's also beams you can put on the corners so that you can close the room. I don't have any of them here, but the point is it's 100% modular and you can build whatever you want with them. And there's also tile for the floor. There's a beam that would go in here on the corner so that it works. And this was the first one I made, so it doesn't have any keys or something like that. I'm working on a new environment, but it's taking time because I want to work with open lock, and the sizes are just a pain. But yeah, this is the tavern. Yeah, they're way too expensive. Yeah, that's the point of this. They're specifically made for RPGs and for, I mean, most people play Pathfinder and D&D, so yeah, you can use this for D&D. We've got barrel of the tavern, so you can have a miniature tavern just like that with barrels and stuff. And of course the floor tile looks awesome, but I don't have any here. As I said, I give a lot of them away just because I don't want them all here, because I test print a lot, and just I had drawers and drawers of full of prints, so this is all I've got right now. So this is the cook. This is his brother. Headless cook. It's a printer problem. Playing with the end script there, instead of making the nozzle go up after finishing, I make it go down, and this is the end result. And this is the big brother. This is not full quality, but I just want to see how it looked on a bigger scale. This took probably like 25 hours, and it didn't even end up looking really great. I mean, this webcam's not great, but like, oh, the lower half looks amazing, like amazing. But then I turned on the AC and it started cooling off all the plastic, and I got a huge problem. You can see that, right? So it was just a big waste of plastic, but I keep it just because it took so long that just went around. And those are all the ones I have in here. I've printed all of our, well, of course I have the new ones coming on December, but I'm not gonna show you that yet. As I said before, some of them are surprise, and I don't want to spoil that, so there you go. So there's that. Yeah, I'll send you the totem, and if you like all of our work, consider supporting our Patreon. It's not only me; it's also my girlfriend Mariana and another friend, another sculptor. His name is Mauricio. So the three of us are making all of these cool models for 3D printing, and it's not also for D&D. We're also gonna create next month some rocks for X-Wing. Those little cardboard rocks you get. Let me show you. So if there's anything you want to get for any game, just let us know, and that's what it's all about, like making stuff for games and make them better. So these rocks, we're gonna make them same size, same everything, but just gonna make a base and make them 3D printable, so that everyone who plays X-Wing on our Patreon page can have them. And like most of these things we made it for ourselves, and that's where this started, and now we just are sharing all of what we're doing with you guys. So yep, really like the cook. It's being one of the favorites, gotta tell. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. I've gone like 40 minutes more than I should have because I gotta be somewhere else right now. So thank you all for being here. I'll probably be streaming during the week, probably Tuesday or Thursday. Oh, I didn't change this. Wait. So these are the rocks I was talking about. These little cardboard things are the ones I want to make in 3D, just to make it look better. Doesn't add a lot to the gameplay, but it does look cooler on the tabletop. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Rex. But thank you all for being here. It's been awesome again, and we'll be back during the week. If you've got any requests, make sure you join our Discord and just post them in here. Let us know what you want us to make. We run a Patreon poll every month, so all of the ideas you guys give us, we'll put them in the poll, and then the top voted will get done for that month. And if there's a cool idea that didn't get made that month, it'll go to the next month, and so on and so on. We're gonna try something different probably for December. We're gonna try to release every 2 weeks, just because it feels weird for me to wait a whole month to give you a lot of miniatures and then get overwhelmed and don't print them at all. So I'd rather give you smaller batches of models. It's gonna be the same, just I'll give you models in short amounts of time. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, Clint. Good night to you as well. Thank you all for hanging out in here, for coming out and chatting. It's been amazing. Alright, let's close all of this. Oops. Alright, take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.